Hey guys, second fan of the night.
Second fan of the night.
Yes.
Third fan of the night, technically.
So what do we have here, Andy?
We have a
I'll show the boxes.
Robbins Myers /Hunter original, old time
Blades.
New in box. This was the only actually new in box one out of the lot Dan got.
Here, you want to show this in the video too? Oh, he's busy getting Crunchfuls.
Yeah.
I'll show it in my video here. Although, yeah, it has the old time original box. The box had been open, but the fan had never been unpacked. All the parts were still in their plastic pouches and sealed up. So it even had.
Okay, can you show it now, Pete?
Oh yeah.
Original oil tube, which we put
You can
in
rotate
the
it so you can see all the sides are different.
Yes.
You put 40-year-old oil in the box.
We tried it unsuccessfully. Yeah.
I'm not saying I wouldn't.
Okay.
So-
I probably
Kick
would
the box.
Okay. No, we learned a lesson, which I suspected in the first place, but either because the fan has been sitting or because the oil has been sitting, it did not run well on the original oil. We added a little WD-40 and then it ran like a champ.
Okay.
So let that lesson be learned. I would probably, because I always run WD-40 through used originals to get the gunk out. But the lesson I learned here is do it with, even if it's new old stock, run the WD-40 through it first.
Yeah.
Yeah. So as you were saying, my apologies.
Yep, has the warranty card and installation instructions still in the box. There's also a label in the box if you want to pull it out that has the model number on it.
Let's see if I can find it.
It's like
Oh yeah, this thing.
Yeah. 22450, is it?
Is it
Yeah.
Give it on the tag too.
Yeah.
1981 on that?
Yeah, I think these were all 81. The same guy bought them all at the same time, and he installed some of them and not others. But they were all,
They were cared for. it seems.
right. So I thought they were all new in the box when I bought them, and it turns out that the others were just lightly used and put back in the box, which is perfectly okay by me.
Yeah, these were not abused at all.
No.
Yep. So you got the cane blades.
Now, I don't recall having seen this combination before, which is antique brass horseshoe cane. I've definitely horseshoe seems uncommon in antique brass.
It is.
And then yeah, adding the cane. I've definitely seen antique brass and cane before, but definitely not. I don't think I've ever seen antique brass horseshoe cane. I'm trying to think if I've ever even seen antique brass horseshoe in a different blade. Normally, antique brass and oak were sold together. You get polished brass and pecan, antique brass and oak. Okay, anything you want to say, your medalist?
Oh yes. Oh, definitely love this version. Reminds me of the Reese's version, the one he turns himself around with.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna have to see some more of that.
Oh. Okay, real quick. Rick, this is your favorite irons, right?
By far, yes.
Andy, favorite irons?
Yeah, I think so. I'd say so. Other than adapter.
Well, adapter counts. That's what I was asking.
Right.
So this outranks adapter, or adapter outranks this?
Adapter outranks this. But
What do you think, your medalist? Favorite irons?
Probably. Reverse air.
Reverse air. Reverse air is good too.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, adapter is my favorite irons. But I knew this was Rick's.
That's because of Ponderosa.
Because of Ponderosa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, for me, I will C brackets, or if it's an antique, the one that's just the plain cat's eye, or without the.
Yeah, except for brackets or whatever we're calling
Those,
them.
or I'm not a huge fan of how adapter looks, but I know I'm in the vast minority on that one. So.
I'm fine with that. More adapters for me.
Yes.
that's
And
why
more.
we tested all of the adapters.
Yeah, I was gonna say no.
without
They
it.
saved my favorite for me, which is nice.
Yeah, we did that on purpose.
That's a good one.
We pretend we like you sometimes.
C brackets. Yeah, that's his.
Oh yeah, that's the
Reese's.
Reese's one.
Yeah, it's literally.
It's
got-
exactly the same. I guess I have seen this version
Yes,
before.
and it's also
So-
2-speed.
I hope
Yep.
Metal Jonas has recovered from last time because I think Dan broke Metal Jonas.
Yeah. So one other question. So favorite motor variation, like 3-speed, 2-speed, 5/4. You get the idea.
3-speed.
3-speed 4-blade only, or 3-speed 5-blade only?
4-blade.
4-blade only. But the only reason why the 3-speed 4-blade only is actually less powerful than the 3-blade 3-blade. Words are very hard, and today's been a very long day. the 4.5s are more powerful than the just four than the 4 onlys.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah, I learned that from Hicks. I agree. I love the 3-speed 4-blade only are my favorites, but they are a little bit less powerful because they had to up the power to make sure they could. Because so what happened was they made it 5-blade only, and it was too weak. And so if you find a 5-blade only original, it's one of the weakest originals. And then
Man, mine kicked ass.
well, maybe I'm wrong. This is what I was told.
It was a 93, like 2.5 amp or something like, or maybe 2 amp.
Oh, so it sounds like yours has the newer stator with the older rotor. Because the 3-blade, keep saying 3-blade only. The 4-blade only 3 speeds are what? 1.2 amps, 1.5.
1.1 and a quarter.
1 and a quarter.
1.25.
Yep.
I have one of those too.
So yours has the 4.5 stator, but with the 5-blade rotor, which is interesting. It seems like it was a parts fan.
It was because 93 they had already done away with the 5-blade.
Yeah, they were using up an old stator there.
Right.
That
one hauled ass.
That's why I tried swapping stators and tried putting that 4.5 stator from this in that in the Phil Fry, but it didn't play well. So, okay, well I think we've talked enough about it. Let's go.
Set to low?
No, it's not. It's set to high.
The switch is on. You need to do the pull chain.
Yeah.
These are just high off or high low off or
Yep.
high off low off?
No, these are the later ones.
So there's no second off.
Right.
You guys, you didn't let me answer. My I think
Nobody cares what you think.
That's high, low.
Go ahead, Rick.
the my favorite is different from the one that I want the most. The one that I really want is one of those early like 3-speed shaded pole ones. I know they're extremely unreliable.
Like the 80s ones that I had in 12 wings. Yeah.
Yes, because they have an awesome low speed and the medium is the same as the amp, like basically like this.
Yeah.
But I think in terms of just overall, I like the 90s 4.5. Those things haul ass.
Andy, did you answer? I don't remember.
I didn't. I'd say.
Gotta measure it while he's talking.
Yeah.
In the meantime, I'll do
probably in terms of
half a power
quality.
factor.
I like the 90s 4.5 the best because those definitely are I think the best performing originals.
Well, thank you.
These kind of these 2.5 amp R&M ones, the quality control is all over the place.
Really is.
The good ones are really good fans.
410.
Okay, so it's a little bit over 100.
Disappointing for being originals, so you never
Little
kind of know
over
what
100.
you're
Yep,
gonna get.
and take it to high.
Yep. Okay.
And then there are the 1.9 amp ones, which are the ones that classic fans knocked off.
Yep.
Because that's when Hunter moved to the 2.5 amp. They let the patent expire.
Yep. I'm hoping that one back there, the red one, is a 1.9.
Should be. It's the 22046. It's like it was the pre-original. It was
Is that
like
like an early 70s one, or is that a
late 60s, early
late
70s.
yeah.
It has to be the step between when they were calling them R.
Now the one we're gonna test after this, is that a 1.9 or is that a 2.5?
I think it's gonna be at 2.5, but I didn't look, so we'll see.
I was hoping it's a 1.9.
I think the 1.9s would have come with the trumpet canopy.
They did a year with the low profile canopy, the like that looks like a vaulted ceiling kit canopy,
that weird thing.
and then they did a year, and then they did a year with the plastic canopy, and then after that's when they changed.
$795.
Okay, so it's right around 200.
It is, but yet I'm really feeling.
Oh yeah,
I could feel
So I'm gonna do a CFM.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm curious to see what that is. There's a chance it could be because it's a transitional year model, I guess is my point.
Yeah, we'll definitely be.
But yeah, I would like to.
That's
interested to see that.
The label's in a weird spot too, isn't it?
On what?
The one I tested. Or are we talking about the same thing?
The 36 or the
Third,
52?
small one, yeah.
Oh no, we don't have the brackets for the 36
I
yet. We're talking about the 52.
590.
It's a nice run.
Yeah, that's 8,700. That's pretty high.
Okay.
Yeah, we're talking about the 52-inch version. We might be able to do the 36 tomorrow if the brackets arrive.
Okay.
I didn't feel like it justified painting irons if they're on the just to save a day.
No, that's yeah,
Because we might need white ones in the future.
Well,
Alright,
yeah,
you
I
wanna
might
do
need
spin
mine
down then?
so-
Well, that's true. So yeah, go ahead, spin down.
Spin down.
266 is our top, by the way, or our bottom. You know what I mean? Like that's what we need to look at for the thing.
What's our amperage?
266.
Oh, 2.66.
Yeah.
I feel like one iron might be bent up just a skidge, but
It's a little wobbly, so it definitely is giving that something's not quite lined up.
One blade.
The down rod doesn't quite fit straight into the top of the motor.
Oh, here we go.
Okay.
Figure out why. Yep, turning around.
Yeah, like I said, the quality control on these ones where they started with the import parts is all over the place.
I'm still a firm believer that 38-inch one I have is like on the high end for quality control. That thing moves. But the reverse air R&M, also 1981, which those sometimes are awful.
What are we doing next? Starting on the test rig?
Yes.
10
so
switch?
Here is, yeah.
Who thinks it's going to start with a 10 switch? Anybody?
No.
It's a chorus of does.
I would
Okay.
say yes.
Okay, one yes.
Okay.
Rick's got the odds.
Okay,
I'm gonna say it
right.
won't.
Okay.
I'll need to go more than 10.
Here's why, because it doesn't have the adapter. It's less weight.
It's a thought.
That's the only thing I could justify it with that.
Okay,
But
go ahead,
yes.
Pete.
I'm just gonna hit the 10
Over.
switch.
Sucks to
Okay.
be Rick.
11
No, she'd guess that.
and 12,
Crunch.
13,
Does it count if the fan's not moving yet?
No, it
No.
doesn't.
It doesn't. You can't use
No, you
it.
can't. Crunch.
14, 15,
This is really stiff.
16, 17.
Normally they start long before this.
18,
Are you sure?
It's on. It's strong current.
20.
Thinking about it.
Yeah, we've been cheated out of all of our crunching on this one.
Thank God.
Oh, no, you haven't.
Crunch. Yeah, that's definitely stiff.
Yeah, that's picking up.
Okay, you dropped some crunchables.
So the sheep. No, leave them until the sheep come in.
No, we don't want livestock in. Well,
Yeah,
I get what you're going at, but I'm more worried about rodents than.
No, yeah, rodents.
Although there are plenty of cats. Yeah,
And that's already a good low right
a
there.
little on the fast side even. Again, I think it'll be better once it's ran for a while, and I would even add a little WD-40, run it for a while, add a little WD-40, run it for a while, because it's not making into that bottom bearing like it should.
That seemed the stop was pretty abrupt too.
Yeah.
Like it
Yeah,
jerked
the only
back
thing
a
that's in the
little.
oil cup is I sprayed some WD-40 directly in there. So
Yeah, it might not be enough. Yeah. Okay, well, go ahead, your mentalness.
All right.
So the question, it didn't run out, so where the heck
21.
did all the oil I put in there go?
It's just soaking it up.
It might be
22.
hanging out on top of the rotor too. I've seen
Yeah.
that happen.
23,
That's what happened with my 1032. It just all pool on top of it.
24,
Yeah. You ever get that running the way it was supposed to? Get rid of the sound and things?
The sound is 95%.
25.
on. It has a stiff spot, but it runs reliably. So
Did you ever figure out if it was that paper thing?
it was not the paper thing.
Okay.
Oh no! I did a full teardown on it.
Gotcha.
Like literally the rotor out. and everything.
26, 27,
Absolutely. So,
It is.
28,
yeah, one blade's definitely popping up a little bit.
I mean, it could also be the way it's seated on the rotor. Sometimes you just get it just a hair off, and that's enough. We can blame
30.
Andy, in other words, instead of Hunter.
Where are we at?
A 2.12.
Okay, 2.12.
No, it's not bent up. The one's under pitch. is what it is.
31.
The top edge is fine. The bottom edge is popping up.
Could be the blade's a little warped, even.
Yeah, that too. Yeah, cane would.
32.
Cane warps super easily because
This
it's
cane
cardboard.
especially, yeah.
33.
Getting close. I'm guessing the next one will go over.
Okay, here's 34. Not quite. We're
Not
almost
quite.
right to high.
Oh,
Hold
it's
on.
climbing.
Oh, we're over.
Yeah.
Unless it's at an inrush, maybe.
Hit the high switch and we'll see. A little bit of an inrush. Yeah, the next one will go over then, I bet you.
Okay, I turned off the high switch. That's already.
No, it's climbing. Yeah, it's still going over a little bit.
Okay. I'm
Okay.
just gonna call it that.
Well, do we want to do low on the test rig next, or we want to do solid state next?
Let's do solid state. Well, it's
Okay, who thinks it's gonna be? Who thinks it's gonna be silent?
I think it's gonna be silent.
Who thinks it's gonna be bedroom?
I'll go with bedroom.
Anybody going for living room?
I'm off the living room.
Well, I mean, I was changing the rules. I don't know why. I just felt like it.
So we're just saying like you can guess whatever.
Yeah, you can guess whatever at this point.
Okay.
Only for today. We'll go back to the other rules, just because we have enough people here to make it.
To your bedroom then.
Okay.
All right.
There you go.
How long does the WD? Oh, I should.
I think the bedrooms have it.
Yeah. It's got that kind of high pitched.
Smooth, but it's almost silent.
Yeah.
There's no 60 cycle at all. It's just that.
The little winding buzz.
Yeah.
Yeah, varnishing the windings would get rid of that.
It's not bad at all, though.
Okay. 0 to high next or low speed tests next?
0 to high.
Okay, what were you gonna say, Rick?
Uh,
Okay, so top current is 2.66. Running current, I should say, is 2.66. So guess your numbers that you think the inrush will be. So like I could guess 2.7 or 2.8. You know.
2.80.
I'll do 2.85.
Dude,
We're doing prices right.
Yeah, that's always Price is Right rules. Yeah.
I'll do 2.75.
Okay, I'll do 2.9.
Okay.
3.03.
Damn.
Yeah, was not expecting that much.
That's a big inrush.
Yeah.
That might be a record.
That is just a lot.
Some of the antique stuff. We're doing the R&M not next, but after this, and that'll definitely kick it out of the water in terms of inrush, I think. That R&M is going to be...
Yeah, 3 amps. That is a lot of amps.
Oh, so yeah.
Okay.
These have half power factor, though, so it's not even that many watts.
Right.
What were you going to say, Rick? You keep your...
Oh, no, I was going to say, how long does the WD-40 generally stay in there?
I don't know, but we're talking weeks, not days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I was going to say, because my 1032 has some, it's like probably half WD, half
Yeah.
oil, so-
Like the fans in my house that are all oil bath, which I'm increasing the number against my better judgment. I'll usually run WD-40 in them because, that usually helps them. And then when they start running a little funny, I'll add oil. And then when that starts running a little funny, I'll add WD-40, and I just keep switching back and forth until they consistently run good.
So now that it's set to low.
Where do we think it's gonna? 10 switch again?
Yeah.
Who thinks it's gonna start with a 10 switch on low?
Oh, I think it will.
Okay.
One vote for yes.
I'll say yes too.
Okay, 2 votes for yes. Go ahead.
I already said yes.
No, go ahead and hit it.
Oh,
It bugs.
budged.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's 10.
Yep.
11.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. I bet if those bearings
Hicks-
break in a little
Hicks
bit.
usually recommended a 13 for the low speed capacitor.
Well,
Just because.
critique.
Go ahead, Remental. What are
I
you gonna
think
say?
we're close on that
Yeah.
already.
Just because that way, even if you had a dodgy one, it would still start.
Mm-hmm. I get that.
Okay. Well, yeah.
This is 13 right here.
That's
No, this
11.
is 11.
That's a lot. Even that's pretty fast.
I agree.
Something.
It's not the record. Well, he doesn't chew as loud as Pete, so I guess
He's
it's okay.
exempt from that. It's like-
Yeah.
Okay.
It's only the loud cruncher.
This is actually perfect.
I would agree.
Yeah, I wouldn't. That's fine.
We'll go up a little more. Let's see how far we can go, or at least let's.
12.
Crunch, 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 crunch. By the way, Hunter sold a 3-speed wall control for these, where you leave the fan set to low, and then
It's
you
a
get
resonant
high speed with a resonant frequency. I don't know how that doesn't kill the fan, but apparently it doesn't.
Interesting.
Hunter says so. Okay, fine. It's
I'm
your
still not
warranty.
gonna try
It's
it.
your Warranty.
Yeah, I mean,
wouldn't-
try
wouldn't
making a
now,
warranty
but-
claim today.
No, I'm saying now I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Back when it was a thing.
Yeah, back then they'd send you a new fan if you just looked in
What
their
did it
direction.
draw on low?
1.33,
Okay, and where are we at?
0.82.
Okay, so here is 13. Yeah, that's a little fast.
I would agree.
Yeah,
Was for low speed. Yeah, 11 was just perfect.
Yeah.
I agree.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Okay.
We should make all the House on the Rack music machines with crunching songs. Crunch, 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 crunch.
crunch, 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 crunch.
Which one are you doing?
Crunch, 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 crunch. Or crunch, 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 crunch.
I've created a monster. Okay.
Here is 14.
I'm trying to think what all the songs are. Which one's that?
Oh. I can't identify all of them.
Well, what machine is it? Or what room?
Ooh, it's one of the music machines.
Yeah. Let's see.
What's the primary color of the room?
Is that the Calliope? The Calliope does do some like America songs.
Crunch, 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 crunch.
Octopus's Garden.
I got
That
it.
one's pretty easy, yeah. Okay, we're over.
Okay,
Where did we go over?
at 18.
Okay. Yeah, that's everything for this fan, right?
It is.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure everybody here is gonna vote this in their bottom category. So we don't even need to bother
Oh.
ranking it. No, you wanted to rank it, your metalness?
This is Cannibal Corpse.
Okay. Anybody else?
I call it a solid EF5 tornado.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll say.
Top of the top.
Avocado plants, no question about it. I would steal this from Dan.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest.
I like the cane though, because that's not something you don't see that.
Yeah, I love Hunter Cane.
That's very
Oh no, we've started this again.
I'm just impressed nothing's been broken when he does that.
Yeah. Yeah, if it weren't for the cane, I would think this would not be knocked out of my top category because they're not my least favorite irons, but there's two irons I like above them: adapt air and reverse air.
Of course.
And
I'm not surprised you like adapter more. I am surprised you like reverse air more. I didn't think you liked reverse air that much.
I like reverse air a lot. It's interesting. I don't know that I'm not sure if I saw reverse air as a kid or not, but definitely I found it early in collecting, and yeah, I mean, how can you not like reverse air? You push in and twist, and
I like
you know,
reverse air.
you know, it looks cool. It probably out of all the irons, I think it looks the best on an isolation ring.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. These irons, of course, I like on the 42s because that's what I saw as a kid, and those, I mean, of the irons of the iron options on a 42, these are the best ones. But on the 36s, I like adapt airs. On the 52s, I like adapt air and reverse air better. These rank higher to me than the cat eye irons or the smiley face with teeth, whatever we want to call them. But I mean, there's no such thing as a bad original. Even the first Chinese originals, which are probably the worst out of all the originals, are still
an original.
yeah. And somewhere in the banana boxes is a polished brass one of the very, very first run of Chinese ones. So
if it hasn't killed itself.
Well, so it was ran without oil, but I managed to get it working again with WD-40, and then the neutral wire severed. So that's why it's never been tested. But we have to just replace the neutral wire, which will be a pain. But
might be worth it just to say we have a 2002 original.
yeah, a polished brass. I mean, how many Chinese polished brass do you think they made?
Not many.
Yeah.
It's kind of out of vogue by then. They're starting to.
Yeah, it was. I got it because the person bought it and ran it without oil, and it stopped working, and they tried to get it covered under warranty, and Hunter wouldn't take it back since it was ran without oil. So by that time, Hunter, and they were probably getting a lot of warranty claims on those first ones. They were probably denying as many as they could. Anyhow, so yeah. Anything else we want to say about this?
I think it's time to thank our sponsors.
I think it's time to thank our sponsors. Fan Stick, Light Stick, Taco Burrito Mexico, Good Manufacturing Company, RickOrSheep.com, 81220 LLC, where our motto is crunch, 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 crunch. Sperry, the beverage of fan collectors, a power vacuum, the vacuum with 3 vacuums. I think that's all of our sponsors, so it's time to close out the video. It's a good thing we don't have anything else to... Oh, wait, who's that at the door?
Oh.
Why, look, it's Metal Jonas.
Oh, his organs. This new Miss Village new tone doorbell. And do you have any Homestead catalogs?
I have exactly 6.
Oh, how about some new tone catalogs?
I have 2.
Okay, and got any Casablanca catalogs?
453.
Nice, good.
What do you think about House on the Rock, Metal Jonas?
House on the Rock. One word, incredible. One word, overwhelming. One word, amazing.
Wow. Okay, well, thanks for watching, and...
Bye, Fan Stick.
Thanks for watching.